Hi there guys, so with Roblox going down and everything's going a bit misshaped, what I was thinking, okay, right, I really like Squid Game, okay, and I really like Squid Games on Roblox, but what if somebody makes a Squid Game that was set in the UK, right? Now, I think this would be a fantastic idea for a game, and I'll tell you why, and I'll tell you the games that we're going to have, right? Okay, so the gruesome red light, green light. Now you know that. It's the doll that turns around, red light, green light, you have to stop. But what about What's the Time, Mr. Wolf, okay? Because I used to play this when I was little. And there's a 20-foot robot, right, of a wolf. And everybody is at the start line. And they shout, "What's the time, Mr. Wolf?" And Mr. Wolf says, "It's 3 o'clock. So then you walk up 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. And then they say, "What's the time, Mr. Wolf?" And Mr. Wolf says, "It's 5 o'clock. So you move up 5 more spaces. And then, as you're getting closer and closer, edging closer to that big bad wolf, you say, "What's the time, Mr. Wolf?" And then he turns around and says, "Dinner time." And then you've got around 30 seconds to get back to the start line, or you face elimination. Okay, so yeah, this is kind of an easy one. But what about if you guys can't see where you are going? So the players totally blindfolded, they can't see where they have to run. So you can see up into, your 5 o'clock, 10 o'clock, whatever, up into Mr. Wolf. And then all of a sudden the screen goes black and he says dinner time, and you've got to turn around and just run over that line before you get shot. Yeah, brilliant game. Yeah, I think so too. So yeah, the big bad wolf will come down and kill you if you don't go over that line. Next one, we have honeycomb, right? Now this one is, you've got to cut a biscuit out in the shape without breaking it. Okay, so instead of honeycomb, what about if we have knockdown ginger? Now, knockdown ginger is a knock and door run game in England, okay? You've probably got it in other countries too. You probably know what I'm on about. So you knock on people's doors and then them people open the door and you have to run away before they see you, okay? So it's quite a funny game when you're little, playing them sort of things. Okay, so in this game, the English version, of course, we have 3 big doors leading up to a heaven staircase, okay? So you've got 3 staircases leading up to 3 doors. Obviously, they are painted red, white, and blue. And in the background, you've got Land of Hope and Glory playing. Land of Hope and Glory, Mother of the... Yeah, you get the idea, okay? So that is playing in the background. And you've got to choose which door you'll go, which staircase you're going up to the door. Okay, so you've got red, white and blue, obviously, for the Union Jack colours. So, you knock on that door, and when it's opened, you either, obviously, get the blindly heaven lights beam, and you can walk through to the next stage. If you're lucky. If you're not lucky, you knock on that door and you get one of them max soldiers, right? And you know the rest what's going to happen. So there's 1 door that's bad and 2 doors that lead on to the next stage, right? So that'll be game number 2. Now, if you've gone through all of this, you're very, very lucky. Okay, so Tug of War. Yeah, we all know Tug of War. It's a game of strength. But what if the next game for the English version, I give you noughts and crosses, okay? So you divide it into half. One half of the team is X and the other half is the 0. So you've got the crosses and the zeros. And then it's in a huge grid suspended 100 feet above the concrete floor, okay? So on come the players one by one from either side, okay? And you stand in the space where you think, okay? Now, if a game is won, the trapdoors open on a losing squares, okay? So then it's game over. They just go right down to the floor and yeah, game over. But if it's a draw, then 3 open at random and twist, okay? So we get a moving noughts and crosses map. And then obviously if it goes on to the winners, the losers then fall down to the ground, okay? So that is a bit of a scary one, okay? So there's never going to be a draw. There's always one winner. What do we expect, okay? This is noughts and crosses. Somebody's got to win. You can't have draws all the time. Next we have marbles. Now this game of marbles, yeah, it was kind of tricky in that Squid game. Okay, so instead of the marbles, I give you rock, paper, scissors, okay? You still got to play in pairs. It's still a pairs game. So each pair, they must play each other over around, what, 5-minute period? And the first one that wins after that 5 minutes or gets to number 10, then they win. Rock, paper, scissors, everybody knows that game, yeah? Okay, so only half survive after that round. And you're coming down to the deadliest games, okay? Okay, so the penultimate round leading up to the finale. We have the glass. Now the glass is a very, very horrible game. Everybody dies in these Squid games. Everyone dies on the glass. So instead of the glass game, what about if we have musical chairs, right? So you're all sitting on a chair and you have God Save the Queen singing, okay? It's playing, okay? And when that stops, you have to find a chair. Each round, one chair is taken away until we have the last 3 players standing. So if they survive that round, that is. So the finale round, the final 3 players, okay, if they have got this far. So what could we use to replace the actual Squid game itself? Now I think the only answer that we could do here, and a very, very big childhood game that I even remember, especially the boys used to play this around where I live, it's called Kirby, okay? So it's a giant mock highway with a 30 meters between each curb, okay? So the final 3, they take turns in hurling a football across the road. Now you have to try and get that football to land on the audacious direct hit on the opposite curb, okay? And on the 3rd successful try, the opposition's footpath immediately, spectacularly blows up. End of the road in every sense of phrase, okay, right? So you need to land that football on the curb, okay? And if it bounces back, that's fabulous, okay? But if it doesn't, then your footpath blows up. You get in there, okay? So I think someone should make this game. Just saying, right? So there it is, right? It's an early page for a Squid Game Roblox UK, and yeah, and I think we can still get the VIPs involved and have bets. So I think my version is quite cool, actually. Enjoy the Squid Games that are already around, and hopefully someone will do a Roblox Squid Game UK version. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Bye.